literally playing Karma by Jojo Siwa. Today I'm going to be giving you a summer recap of my summer. This summer is actually pretty special to me because it's the summer that I finished my GCSE exams. So we're going to go all the way back to the GCSE time period. All of the things that I say in this video are based solely on Snapchat memories, so I might miss something. But like, you guys wouldn't know either way. But yeah, we're going to start all the way back to the beginning of GCSEs. This is a day before I sat my first GCSE exam. I read the saddest book ever. So I read If He Had Been With Me, and this book meant a lot to me because it didn't get sad until like the last 20 chapters. But I remember being in the exam almost bawling my eyes out because I just remembered this book. I don't recommend reading a sad book before your exam because you will not think of anything but that book. So a week or so after GCSEs finished, it was a Eid. I basically went to the Eid prayer, and we have this thing in my family where we go to Tim Hortons like every Eid, every Ramadan, or any other special occasion. I don't know why Tim Hortons specifically, because we only go to Tim Hortons on these special occasions. Like, we never go to it like as if we would go to like a random fast food place. But yeah, we went to Tim Hortons, and then we got our henna done, and then we went to the park. This was the time that Inside Out 2 came out. I think it was like 2 days after it came out. Me and my family watched it, and honestly it was good, but I was expecting it to be better, but it was good. After this, I was literally so happy because I was able to start watching Formula 1 again. After GCSE started, I kind of just stopped watching. The races are like 3 hours long. I finally got to watch it. I think it was like the Spanish Grand Prix and everything, and I can't really remember who won, but I mean, I'm a Ferrari fan, so I would hope it's Carlos Sainz. Never mind, he came 6th place. I think after that finally hit me that like GCSEs are over and I'm no longer in secondary school anymore, so I was trying to decide whether I should keep my notes or throw them away. I think I ended up keeping a lot of them. Moved house, and in July, I moved house. I was so excited because I was finally getting my own room. But we stayed in an apartment before, and that's when I decided to start my reading journey. I already read book series like Shatter but I read them on my phone because I was in a war at that time and there was literally no way to go to a bookshop. I decided to read this series, Good Girls Guide to Murder. I have As Good as Dead, but I'm using it to I'm using it as a stand for my phone. This one is really good. This one, it's good, but like I wouldn't like reread it again. I would definitely reread this one. I'm reading As Good as Dead, but I literally cannot get into it. Like, I'm on chapter like 13. My friend keeps telling me to like keep reading and that's gonna get really good, but I can't go to the point where I literally put it on my to-do list to read this many chapters a day because I just can't get into it. I also bought Yellowface. I haven't read it yet, but I'm super excited to start it. The place that I bought all these books at had the sign outside, and if you watch the Sturniolo triplets, then you will definitely understand. I don't even know what they mean with the sign because it didn't even make any sense. When I looked at the sign and read the words, the first thing that came to my mind is Sturniolo triplets. That's literally all I thought. There was a sushi bar that was next to our apartment, and I went to it every single day. I love sushi, it's my favorite food, but that place unlocked a new level of obsession. I went to a graduation party and it was really weird because this one girl said to me like I don't look British. It was a traditional party. It was basically a wedding, but I don't understand what that girl meant. I just kind of went, "Thank you." By this time, I had finished reading the first book of the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. The show had also come out, so I literally spent the next 2 days just binge watching the show. I was also binge watching Dance Moms. I was obsessed. I watched the Silverstone Grand Prix, and then I went to the bookstore again. I was contemplating getting Reckless. I have not read Powerful or Powerless, but I just thought I should get it because if I didn't get it,
then I was worried that like it was going to
be sold out everywhere and I wouldn't be able to find it anywhere when I did read Powerful and Powerless, but I didn't end up getting it. basically the end of July now, and I had moved into my new house and my new room, and I had attempted to start writing a book. I had also finished Good Girl Bad Blood, which took me like 2 weeks to finish. And then I met up with my friend and we went to the bookstore yet again, and I got the Shatter Me series from the works, and I got Killjoy and this book. It's gonna break me, I just know it. This is a novella of the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, so I read this after I finish As Good as Dead. This book is the second book after If He Had Been With Me, which is the book that I read the day before my GCSE exam, which I don't recommend. The day before I went to the bookstore, I actually had 2 mental breakdowns because I was so scared for GCSE results day. Then I went to the bookstore and I was happy again. At this point, I was really bored, so I turned my sister into a chav. She's going into year 7 this September, and I just wanted to warn her about the type of person that she could become. While I was doing her makeup, the neighbors were literally playing Karma by Jojo Siwa. They weren't playing it, they were blasting it and they were singing it, so I could literally hear it from my room. I started If Only I Had Told Her. I literally could not finish or continue reading this book because I knew it was gonna ruin me. I stopped at like chapter 13, and if you read If He Had Been With Me, then you would know exactly why I could not keep going. I'm probably gonna read it after I finish As Good as Dead, which I'm preparing myself from now, because stay away from this book, guys. I mean, it's a really good book, but like
you gotta actually be built different to be able to handle this type of pain and this type of like emotions and everything.
Just please be prepared. I went to a buffet for my sister's birthday, and it was so weird because every time they would like come out with a cake, we would like get our phones out and like be ready to record, but then they would just walk past us to another table. There was 5 birthdays that day. Eventually my sister did get a cake and the whole buffet sang happy birthday. I started reading As Good as Dead, and I've only got up to like chapter 15. We went on a road trip to Blackpool. We went to the beach and we went to the zoo. And then the dreaded day came, results day. It went really well. Like, I was so nervous for nothing. I decided to go down memory lane and I watched my live stream that I recorded 3 years ago when I was wearing, I'll put a picture up, but I was wearing this like mask, and I was basically saying how this is my real face, and I said things like, I keep children in my basement. You have to understand, I was 14. Our teachers literally gave us summer work to do. Spent the next 2 weeks just doing that. I finally decided to start writing my book because I was procrastinating so much, but it was like the good procrastination. Tell me why it's so hard to find names for your characters. I literally ended up on so many sites trying to find names, but I found nothing and I had to make up my own names. The last thing I did was I went back to school shopping. I'm going into 6th form, so I don't have to wear uniforms anymore. And that was honestly my summer. I honestly didn't really even do anything that exciting. The highlight of my summer was probably going to the beach or buying a lot of books and reading a lot. But yeah, I start school in like 3 days. I can't really do anything else other than get ready for school. I need motivation to continue reading this book because I really want to finish it before school starts.